Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were up about 1.2% and European markets initially were weak because of the developments of the Greece front, where the bond yields had spiked up because of the steep conditions put in by ECB on the Greece bailout, but later on they managed to recover, and in fact DAC and CAC both managed to post some kind of a recovery from the initial losses. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, Nikkei is up almost about 0.78%, but we are seeing some kind of a weakness in Hang Seng and Shanghai markets, and even SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are going to open down about 17 odd points. In terms of flows, FIs were net sellers to the tune of 26 odd crore. In the futures market, there were sellers to the tune of 574 crore, and the domestic institutions were buyers in the cash market to the tune of 326 crore. So we are seeing some sell-off by the FIs in the cash market and also in the futures market for the past about 4 to 5 trading sessions, which is unnerving a lot of participants, and particularly the result season has not been that great, and even yesterday we had a few disappointments coming out from the PSU basket. And the Bank Nifty has actually gone down almost about 7% from the high that we had seen in the beginning of the series. So there is some amount of nervousness on the banking sector at this point of time. On that note, let me invite our F&O expert to take you through important F&O views and ideas that we can have from the F&O desk.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. In yesterday's market, we have seen, in line with the other international markets, we have opened on a flattish note. However, after a few minutes of the trade, we have seen Nifty inching higher and then consolidating in the range of 20 to 30 points. But it was in the mid-afternoon where we have seen a sharp upside in Nifty of around 100 odd points, and around 8,800, 8,900 odd levels, we have again seen Nifty taking a U-turn and seeing a sharp fall. As 8,900 in last couple of trading sessions, we have seen significant amount of position getting added in 8,900 call option strike price, which was supposed to be a good amount of resistance in yesterday's trading session. And after seeing a high of around 8,900 odd levels, we have seen Nifty going down, mainly led by most of the heavyweight stocks, and also apart from information technology and pharma sector, most of these sectors closed in the negative territory, and we have closed on the negative side of around 0.29% at 8751.30. Now on the open interest front, we have seen a reduction of around 1.5% reduction in open interest. That is around 4 odd lakh shares were shredded in open interest. Now the fall was mainly led by long unwinding pressure. We were suggesting that at higher levels we might see some kind of long unwinding pressure in Nifty. And in yesterday's trading session at around 8,900, we have seen some kind of long unwinding. And cost of carry have also decreased from around 9.5 points to 7.5 points. That is, premium have came down from 32 odd points to 34 odd points. Put call ratio, however, have inched higher. This was a bit unusual phenomena which we have seen, and despite of a sharp fall, we have seen put call ratio increasing by around 3 odd basis from 0.86 to 0.89 levels, and volatility index was more or less same. Despite seeing a sharp fall in last 1 hour of trade, we have not seen volatility index inching higher, and was more or less at around 20.62%. Seeing the put call ratio and volatility index, we might feel that lower side at around 8650, 8700, we might see Nifty taking support in coming trading session. Now, as suggested in the options activity, 9,000 call option has seen some kind of reduction in open interest of around 6 odd percentage, due to which we have seen a sharp increase in put call ratio. We have seen around 6 odd percentage reduction in 9,000 call option. Remember friends, 9,000 is the highest in terms of open interest, and seeing an unwinding 100 and 150 points below the market price, which is a positive sign for the market going forward. While we have seen continuous addition of 8,900 and 8,800 strike price of around 3 to 9% respectively. While in put option, we have seen 8,600 seeing a good amount of build up. 8,600 and 8,700 has seen a build up of around 6 to 7 odd percentage respectively. If you see in the last couple of trading session, 8,700 put option and 8,900 call option has been quite active. Break above 8,900 and below 8,700 can see momentum going in that favor in coming trading session. While in put option, 8,500 strike price remains as the highest in terms of open interest for this series. There is only one securities in ban period for today's trade, that is Indiabulls Real Estate. On FIS terms, in line with market in index futures, there were net sellers of around 576 crores, and open interest of FIS in index futures have gone down by around 2%, indicating long unwinding pressure was seen by FIS also in yesterday's trading session. In index options, there were net buyers of 731 crores. While surprisingly, stock futures, after seeing a significant amount of selling in stock futures, they have been covering their shorts. In yesterday's trading session also, they were net buyers of 275 crores, with open interest in stock futures going down by around 1%, indicating short covering by FIs in stock futures. In stock options, they were net buyers of only 60 odd crores. Our 5-day VWAP stands at 8830 with a lower range at 8655. This is our lower straddle break-even point for this series, and the higher range is at 8900. Going forward, this 8655 to 8700 will remain as a crucial support for our market, and we do expect market to take support around that level and can see some kind of bounce back till 8950, 9000 odd levels in coming trading session. XJS Nifty is trading with negative or 17 odd points. We might see some kind of soft opening in today's trade, and it's quoting at around 8724. Thank you guys, that concludes from my side.
Friends, let me take you to Sharekhan pre-market action, starting with trading ideas. First of all, a long call on Indian Hotels, as the company has decided to sell its majority stake in inoperative and unprofitable subsidiaries. So that's a positive for Indian Hotels. So one can go long there with the stop loss of 118.4 and a target of about 128 to about 130. Pfizer globally has acquired Hospira at an enterprise value of $17 billion, and it gets access to biosimilars. We don't know at this point of time how much of that would translate into a positive news flow for the Indian unit, but that's a sentiment positive, so one can go long on Pfizer with a stop loss of 1922 and a target of about 2000 to about 2020. Tata Motors came out with a weak set of numbers as against market expectations of about 4,800 crore of net profit. The actual net profit came in at about 3,581 crore, which was down 26%. So that's a negative. So one can short Tata Motors with a stop loss of 596 and a target of about 580 to about 570. In other news and updates, Petronet is in race to build an LNG terminal in Bangladesh. The government is considering scrapping of dividend distribution tax in its annual budget this month. That would be a big positive relief for the market participants. And Dairy Made Quality is set to enter the FMCG sector. And Max Life sees about 14% growth in the new premiums. HDFC Bank finally manages to raise close to about 10,000 crore through a combination of ADR and a QIP. Rail commissions 270 megawatt thermal unit in Maharashtra, and Kirloskar Oil signs MOU with German-based MTU for supply of gensets, and SKS Microfinance completes securitization worth about 83 crore, which is their fourth securitization this year. Here are the companies that will be announcing numbers today. Ceylon Exploration, we are looking at a net profit of 10 crore, mainly because of the fall in the realizations, because of the crude prices falling. Vatik Vabak 26 crore, Sun TV 199 crore, Apollo Tyres 183 crore, Technocraft 20 crore, and IDBI 228 crore. Here is a list of stocks with positive and negative bias for the day traders. Stocks with positive bias are Jubilant Foods, Bata India and BPCL. Stocks with negative bias are Bank of Baroda. Stocks for investment that we like at this point of time: L&T, Aditya Birla Nuvo, State Bank of India, Infosys, and Ultratech Cement. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great weekend and see you on Monday morning.